we're coming down the home stretch today. It's awesome to see so many people here this morning. So, we are super excited to talk to you about some more business building enhancements from Motives. You guys already heard a lot about the new product development, so are you guys excited about the new skincare and the men's line and the new Motives products? I know we are really excited. And the cool thing with Motives is that, we do tie in with the personal care and the skincare. So that's what really helps us build share of customer and get those repeat orders. Because as we know, the quality of Motives is so incredible that our clients buy an eyeshadow palette once and they don't need another one for another year or two, right? Mm-hmm. So it's really important that you build that share of customer and you offer everybody complementary products across different divisions. But this morning what we wanted to spend time doing was talking about really just trying to keep it simple, right? We know that we have the best products out there as a product brokerage company, and that never disappoints. I think that the hardest part about this business is getting products in front of people, and then the products sell themselves. Would you agree? Yes. So let's talk about how we can get products in front of people faster and in some really fun and creative ways. And what we're going to start off talking about are 3 creative ways to expand your sales force or your team. And I wanted to spend time on these. To be honest, they're not new programs. We've had them for a few years at least. But I just feel like not a lot of people are aware of them. We do talk about them in our Motives trainings. And so we're going to take a little time to explain them to you this morning. And the first one we're going to talk about is our Motives Apprentice program. Now, I love this program. We do have some people here this weekend that have had some great success with it. You may have heard from Cameron on our main stage breakout Thursday. Was anyone at our breakout? So you heard from Cameron. You guys know Melanie Romero. You're going to hear so many great testimonies, but this was formerly known as the Motives and Me Teen program. And we're just rebranding it as an apprentice program because truly that's what we're doing. We're trying to really pour into our youth, people who are passionate about, their entrepreneurial spirit. They want to earn some extra income. And if you think about their opportunities or their options at that age, they're not plentiful, right? And if they're involved in extracurricular activities, it's really hard to have a part-time job. But wouldn't you agree with social media? We find young apprentices that are, say, from the age of 13 to 18 is the target market right now for this program. And sometimes they're better than we are with makeup application. Does anyone know someone like this? Yeah. You can find them all over social media. They're doing the YouTube videos. My daughter's 10 and she sets up her little iPod and sits down at the vanity and puts her makeup on and records herself. I'm like, where are you getting this? So, we just want to pour into those people who love makeup, who want to earn some extra money. But here's the thing, you don't just partner with them and expect them to, generate a lot of sales and have a lot of success. You have to mentor them. And it's really fun. But the thing I want to really impress upon you is this is one of the best ways to really go through the ABC pattern. As we know, that's one of the fundamentals of our Basic 5, right? And think about if you are working with a Motives apprentice and they're hosting an event. I'll give you a for instance. I did an event on a Sunday afternoon. We just did makeup and mimosas. And the apprentice that I'm working with is one of my business partner's daughters. And she had all her friends that they're all in a dance studio together. Is that not one of the most expensive activities for kids to be in? Dance, cheering, things like that. So she just invited her friends over and the moms. So we made it for the friends and the moms. They all came over. We had a display on the table. The moms were all chatting. The girls, we just gave them a face chart and an order form. They just filled that thing out. Girls know how to shop, right? The moms are there. So I'm networking with all these moms that I never would have met if it wasn't because of the apprentice program. My business partner never introduced me to those people because whatever reason, paralysis analysis or whatever that JR talks about, right? But to help the kids, everyone got together and came out. So all of the girls had their orders. Then the moms were like, oh, well, you do this, tell me about, and then I was helping the moms pick out products. I think we had maybe 8 people in attendance, 10 people in attendance, and there was well over $1,000 in sales. It was the easiest thing I've ever done, and it was fun, and the key is from there, then I created relationships. I connected with these people on Facebook. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you were so much fun. Are you on social? Let's connect, right? And then I immediately send them a private message just to thank them for coming out and supporting the event and supporting the apprentice. and then we're connected, right? And I'm in their space and they're in mine. So my point in that story is just that could go a million different directions, but do you get what I'm saying? People lead to people, and not only are you helping somebody, but it can really help advance your business. And we have so many promotional items, some really professional marketing materials for you. One really cool enhancement that we made with this program and all of our partnership options that you're going to hear about is that as soon as someone is enrolled in the program, they get an auto-generated welcome email. And we wrote a letter just congratulating them, welcoming them to the Motives team, and as an attachment in that email is a welcome guide. So this is kind of like a getting started guide for the apprentice, and it really just shows them there's 2 tracks to run on. You can either evolve with our Pro Artist program with sales, really, or you can evolve into becoming an unfranchised and a beauty advisor, right? So very, very cool. Of course, there's flyers and all of this. They deserve your time and mentorship just like you would put into any business partner. They are a business partner, and really it's exciting that you're able to help people that are passionate about the industry at such a young age.
And the next program I want to talk about is the Pro Artist program. Again, we've actually had this program for quite a while, and it's really perfect for any industry professional who prefers to work more behind the chair, in front of the chair doing makeup. But there are a lot of programs out there, but nothing compares to what we have. So with all of our options, with all the partnership options, you get a motivescosmetics.com website. Same thing with the Pro Artist. So traditionally what happens for professionals is they use a lot of different makeup brands on their clients, and what do you think the first thing the client asks? Where can I get that lipstick? I love that blush color. Where can I get it? And normally they actually just take their client to the store and help them purchase the products because there's not normally a way for them to retail them. So there are other Pro Artist programs out there, but basically it's a discount. They give them a discount so they fill their entire kit with their brand, but then they don't actually allow them to retail. In fact, they have to sign a contract that they won't. But what does Motives do? We actually want them to retail. So we give them their website so they have all the tools on there. I know, it's an excellent program. But we need you guys to know about it so that you can go out there and share it, because they don't even know it exists.
Right.
And if they knew, they could actually be benefiting from all of those sales, and they don't even have to stock any inventory because they have their website, right? Because that's what most professionals say. Well, I don't have to, I don't want to stock inventory. It's too much for me to carry around. How cool is it for them just to get out their phone, bring up the website, put in the order, have it drop shipped right to them? And like Lisa said, for all of these options, we really wanted to make it simple for you guys because Motives should be for everybody. You guys can all leverage Motives. You don't have to be a professional makeup artist. You don't even have to apply makeup to sell makeup, right? And so we wanted to make sure that if you do know somebody that would fit this program, you have all the tools that you would need to help them, to mentor them. So with our Pro Artist Guide, everything is laid out for you. Print these in color. They're beautifully done.
Yeah.
Now with this program, I did say that they did have to be an industry professional. And we do have an application that's available that you can download, and you want them to fill that out. The directions are on there as far as what they need to send in. Once the Motives team gets it, they look at their work, they make sure that they are somewhat in the industry as far as maybe they're an Instagram artist that has a lot of work out there, maybe they're a cosmetologist, it doesn't matter. They kind of look just to make sure that they do good makeup and they do have a following. And once they get approved, their website will be active. Now, it's also available on the motivescosmetics.com website as well. So if you're not sure where to find the application, it's right there. And right now you do have to send it in. I think eventually we'll have a different system, but it's really easy. It takes about a week and they'll be good to go. So we also have our Motives Official Pro Partners Facebook group. So if you guys aren't a part of that, make sure that you are. And we want you to add all of these pro artists to the group so that they can get all of the education and support they need from the field as well.
Yeah. And the thing I want to impress upon you is both of these programs, they generate a lot of extra BV, right, which fuels our compensation plan, and we get paid. So They are not business partners in that they don't have a BDC, they don't have a business development center. Okay, so they basically are a glorified customer that has a website that they can retail, and we have the technology that the retail profit is tracked, and you get the BV, and either the apprentice or the pro artist gets the retail profit. Okay, so if you go on your back office on unfranchise.com and hover over the My Account tab, you can scroll down, there's a motives section, and if you hover over motives, it will show you there's a way to register your apprentice, and then also you can see the sales that they're doing and stuff. But it's very hands-off for you. The system handles everything, but you're able to visually see who their customers are and what their sales are. And again, in both of those partnership options, just think of it as expanding your network, and it's a lot more people for you to filter your funnel and even potentially get business partners from working with people in those programs. Fair enough? Do you guys get it? You like it? Those two programs, very powerful, okay? The other thing, we just want to update you on some things as far as being an unfranchised owner and a beauty advisor. So you'll hear us say beauty advisor, that's just an unfranchised owner, okay? That's what we call ourselves, that work within our motives division. And, you know, coming from someone like myself, I'm not a professional artist. I truly don't even get that excited about makeup application, okay? I love meeting people, I love doing retail events, I like making people feel beautiful, but I love those two partnership options because I can find someone better than I am at the skill of applying makeup, and we can leverage each other's talents. And I often point that out because I feel like some people disqualify themselves from working in this division because they think that they need to be like an industry professional.
Yeah, and let's face it, timing is everything. So those other two options are great for those that maybe aren't ready to build
Yes, exactly right.
an organization.
Yeah, and
So-
they may, as you prove to them that it works, and people lead to people and they're going to make money, they may evolve into being a business partner. So some enhancements with our, people that want to become an unfranchised owner with you. We have two, kits to get started, more than that, but we have one called a Beauty Advisor Starter Kit. I honestly am not a huge advocate for this name because I think we need to think of it more as an application. It's a motives app, like a glorified motives application, okay? So we're really the only division that has this. So, if someone is partnering with our company and they're not doing the Fast Start Kit, it's a $130 application, right? And then they need that 200 or 300 at least BV to qualify their centers. Well, with Motives, instead of the $130 application fee, you can pay $150, so $20 more, and they're getting a business in a bag, essentially. There's no BV because it's not qualifying or capitalizing their business. It's just a glorified application, okay? There's a lot of confusion about that. So I really don't promote it in and of itself. What I do is I pair it with something else. So let's say people are giving you money as an obstacle to partner. I always say, listen, it's not a matter of, if you want this, let's figure it out. Do you want to do this? Yes or no? Yes, you want to partner with Motives? Okay, then we'll figure it out. You can earn your way into the business and you can host a retail event, and I will use the BV, the volume from that event, to qualify your business. Then out of pocket, all they are doing is that $150 application. You could also use this application in conjunction with our custom blend kit, our skincare kit, or our Motives Essential Kit. Those are three larger kits for people who really want to set themselves up for success and do a lot of retail events, or even, maybe they are an industry professional and they want to use it for an extension of their services as well. So what I want you to know about this, again, we've had this for a while, but the contents of this application or kit have been updated to be reflective of the Beauty Basics event. Okay, so for those of us that have used, has anyone had a wellness one-on-one event and had success with that? Perfect. So this is our version of that. It's very simple, top 10 selling products and motives. And so we've called it the Beauty Basics. So when you get this kit, it's kind of ridiculous the amount that you're getting in here, to be honest, but it's all the marketing materials as well as the product. What I love about it is you're setting someone up for success from day one, because what they can now do instead of our previous collection, was just some colors, top-selling colors that everybody enjoyed. But now it's a business and a bag, and now as soon as someone partners with you, they can turn around the next day and host a duplicatable retail event and make money from day one. And really that's what it's all about. Wouldn't you agree, if we make our new partners, it's our job, by the way, when you partner with someone, it's our responsibility to help them make money fast with retailing, because the business takes time. But if you help people make money through retailing, they're never going anywhere. The business is working. They're profitable from day one. Thank you. It's so important. And I think I've seen it in our division, and maybe this is company-wide, that people just aren't doing retail events anymore. And, I always tease, you can do what you do really well, right? My husband is a master prospector and recruiter. He makes friends everywhere he goes. I honestly am much more introverted, and I don't feel comfortable being that bold and asking for the sale like that. I'm a product junkie. I love our products. When people come to my home, it's all lifestyle marketing. They see all the products. And I'm very good at when we have a new partner, it's like, okay, first thing we do is host a retail event, and I make them money quickly. There's fun, there's loyalty, and you're getting to your people's people, so you're not relevant on their timing. It doesn't matter if my new partner or my customer is excited about building right now. It doesn't matter, because through them, I've met somebody else. But in a fun environment like a retail event, instead of, sometimes it's hard when we have a new partner and they say, okay, we're going to do like an evaluation, like have a launch event for your business. And they're like, womp womp, no one wants to do that, right? But in retailing, everybody will invite people over and get in front of products, okay? So that's key. So they are set up for success from day one. Similarly with our Fast Start Kit, of course, Motives has a Fast Start Kit. But I just want you to know with that program that we've updated the contents to be reflective of another duplicatable home event, which is an It's Your Time to Shine. So this is taking the beauty basics to the next level, where someone can come and they can actually learn how to apply makeup, but you are not doing that. The host or the beauty advisor, you're not applying makeup on anyone. You're using a flip chart to show people step by step how to apply their own makeup. It's brilliant. What I want you to know about all of our duplicatable events is that they've been tried, tested, and done in the field prior to us bringing them into fruition on a corporate level. Okay, so we've had a lot of Motives beauty advisors that were leaders in the field that were doing this and having such success that I wanted to bring it on board and share it with everyone so everyone could have success too. So we should feel really good that this isn't theory or something we think is a good idea. This is something that's been working for many people for a long time. Okay?
Yeah, and really with either kit, they're set up for success because they have everything they need to do those events. And that just really makes sense because that's the first thing that people ask, what do I need? What do I need to do this event? So either kit, they're great both options.
Absolutely. And then when it comes to some of our other retail events, so you can get started for success immediately with that. And then if you want to build event to event, that's a great thing to do. So when you have, the beautiful thing about that I should say about these duplicatable events is, I'm a numbers person and I track everything and I'm like silly like that, I guess. But I don't know if my husband would even remember when the Wellness 101 event first came into fruition, and then they came out with the Beauty Basics event. That was before I even worked for the company. And I've always been like big into doing Motives events home to home. But I struggled with, my average sale per person at these events was like $55 to $60 per person. Because it was just, there was too much going on. I had a great style of the product and maybe I sounded really good with what I was saying, but it went too late, it went too long, there weren't enough people helping, we weren't closing sales, people had to leave, they had to go relieve the babysitter. Has anyone had this experience or is it just me? Yeah, it's not fun, okay? And no one wanted to be me, and that's what was hard, is that I wasn't duplicating properly and I had to do this for everyone in my organization. When this came out, I remember we uploaded all these files to Staples and printed them out in color, and that was at a time in life when we were, financially, yeah, we've always made money, but we had some real estate going bad, and I think it was like $70-something to print all this out. And I remember Don bringing it home in his envelope, and I was like, oh my gosh, you just spent all this money printing out all this stuff, and he did it in color, and he's like, Jackie, Plasmo does it, we're gonna make some money. Do it. I'm like, okay. So, guys, the point is, I didn't know what I was doing. I have never had anybody help me do a retail event. I barely wore lipstick when I started working with Motives, right? Don was like, you need to do it, no one else on my team is, like, let's figure it out, So you learn by doing is my point. I'm very proud of our curriculum, and I think education is so
very important. But the point is, you can go to 15 trainings and it's not going to prepare you for what you're going to experience. Would you all agree? That's so true. You just have to get out to it. So when I started doing the duplicatable events that I just read from the guideline and did it, my sales per person more than doubled. I was closing about $130 per person at retail events prior to my 55. So would you agree that maybe this is something you can do even if you're really fabulous in your own right? Okay. So we have a bunch of different duplicatable events. We're not going to take time to go through them because you can read through it and you can use the tools.
And everything is there. Order forms, what you need. You can read right off of the actual event. So don't be afraid of, don't think you have to memorize it.
No.
You can be up at the front of the room, just read it. And I had the same success as well. I mean, it's crazy how it just increases your retailing.
And it's duplicatable, most important part. So another focus of ours this year that we've both been implementing that's been so powerful for our motives teams are motives overviews. And if you were at the breakout, you heard me talk a little bit about this, but we got this idea from when Lauren launched Motives in Market UK. And when she did that, she generated a lot of excitement for people to even come to the event. So there was personal invitations happening, of course. But what we just talked about with the home events, those are simple, those are duplicatable, they're focused on education, right? With this event, this is if you just feel like you want to take things to the next level and represent motives in a bigger way, to appeal maybe to some more people that wouldn't be comfortable coming to a home event as a guest. So what I saw Lauren doing in London when she first did this was she invited a bunch of people. She went through an overview, a PowerPoint presentation about the beauty industry, why Motives is different, how Motives is a solution. It was not the business plan, it was just an overview of Motives in the beauty industry. But at the same time as she was talking, there were makeup artists doing live demonstrations, which kept it pretty fun and interactive, okay? And of course there was a setup, so it was more like a networking event. So I actually wasn't there, but Don was, and he came home and he was like, my husband's always telling me what to do, and I do listen to you, because now we do these here. And he was like, this was so powerful, like we have to do this. This was like 5 years ago, y'all, and our team grows because we do things like this. But so I thought, okay, well, I don't want to have like another paid event. We already have so many in the GMTSS, and we didn't want to have to like rent a hotel room. So what we did was we started networking with like nicer restaurants in our area. We started at a Bonefish Grill, which many of you probably go to while you're here. My point of that analogy is pick a nice place that has a private room. And the concept of this, we did the same thing. It was like, okay, let's do an overview and a PowerPoint, but at the same time have an application going on. This way, maybe you're at the mall and you meet someone at a makeup counter and they're beautiful and their makeup's on point and they're trying to like get you to go over there. If you're networking with a makeup artist or people in your team, people always say to me, Lisa, I have so-and-so I want you to meet, or my wife needs a new lipstick color, can she come look at colors, or can you talk to somebody about the apprentice program? This is something that I've implemented that is, okay, the first Monday of every month we do a Motives overview, bring your people there so that I can leverage my time and everyone can learn together. Here we do have a huge, beautiful display of product, whereas when you're doing home events, keep it simple so that it's an easier buying decision. But this is more of a networking event. And I tell people, come with your cards, promote whatever, maybe they have their own business. I always try to add value to people in their life period, whether they fit into my world with Motives or not. So they come out and they network. And listen, you have to be consistent. I think the first few we did, we had like 3 to 5 people show up. And I was like, seriously? Like, this isn't worth my time. But then we got about 10 or 15, and then we outgrew the space, and we had to go somewhere larger. And it takes a team of people to put these together. So, I might bring Motives, someone else might bring skincare, someone else might bring custom blend, just for the display. But then at the end of the event, we welcome so all the guests come in, they get a Beauty Basics survey and a little bag of like I usually do turn downs when they go home. I tell them, you're gonna be so excited, you're gonna need help sleeping, so here's a little turn down packet. And then maybe a daily essentials for the next morning and a raffle ticket in their little bag. And then what they do at the end is we raffle off like, I don't know, a lip gloss or whatever you guys have on hand that you wanna gift people that night. That way, all the guests, you have their Beauty Basics survey, you can register them as customers, and it's a lot of information that you can follow up with them. But at the end, we welcome all the beauty advisors in the room to come to the front and introduce themselves. It's not pin level recognition, it's an emotional connection. So they may say, oh, Lee's a former salon owner, I'm a salon owner, or, oh, you know, Lisa's from the advertising industry, that's what I'm from. That's what, you know, we're an emotionally connective type of human being, right? So it's very powerful, and obviously at the end the goal is booking follow-ups, whether you invite them to a retail event, whether you book a follow-up to a one-on-one consult with them, whether you invite them to a UVP. It's just a fun, more of a networking event, creating positive gossip, okay? And I know Lee did one recently and had a great turnout. So
And anybody can do these. You do not have to be a Motives trainer. And in fact, our goal is really to have these all over. So how powerful would that be if you have a Motives prospect and they want to see the makeup? Because that's the first thing they say. What does it feel like? What are the colors like? I want to see it. You could just plug them into an overview. And we did start having these in my area, and we have had great success. I think we've only had 2, and even Dennis said he just had one too. I heard that. That's amazing. But at our last overview, we actually had 2 salon owners come, and they were just so impressed by everything that we have to offer as far as Motives Cosmetics. And so they have a 20-chair salon, and they're ready to move to the next level and see what it is that we can do for them. So you never know who's going to be in attendance and who's going to be a guest, but it's really a way for the whole area to bring anyone to that even wants to learn about Motives.
I just want to reiterate something that she just said. In the audience, she didn't invite them. It was like people lead to people, someone in her team. There was a salon owner who had a 20-chair salon, meaning they have 20 different stylists at any given day. That's a big salon that can do a lot of volume. And she said earlier, when they were at the overview, they were just shaking their head because we talk about the beauty industry and the evolution of it, and they are looking for something more. It's kind of like Nutrimetrics for Motives, right? So it's so powerful, and I guess the point I want to make with that too is that salon owner, if she had had a Beauty Basics event in her home, they probably wouldn't have come.
Exactly.
But because it was a neutral setting and they were invited, and it was like, okay, I'm just going to kind of show up. It's a little bit like a networking event, and it was very non-committal. They'll come to a public space and have that type of experience. So the beautiful thing about these is I did have to make them a GMTSS event, but you don't have to be a certified trainer. In fact, I believe this, and I've talked to Dennis about this, that you get better as you teach, right? So if you're, and Lee's talking about getting out of your comfort zone, if you have a passion for this, just do it. Just do the Motives overview. Get some people in your area together. I don't know if Penny Lackerby's here this morning, but she has people she's in my area, people on her team every single month that come to these Motives overviews. There's power in numbers. It's about working together, and it just creates so much synergy, and that's really what we need. But the point is, our Motives website, you can type in on the Motives website, people who want to look for a class, this event will show up, even though it's a free event and it can be hosted by anyone, okay? The power of that is it's accessible and you can find them and you can leverage them, okay? So exciting. I don't know. We've done videos on this and webinars, so I'll move on from it, but I hope you guys get the point. I hope you feel inspired to do that. Please email if you need some guidance with that, motives@shop.com, and just get them going, okay? It'll be great for your area. You may or may not know this, we just wanted to make sure you knew that we do have a Motives UVP. It's of course the same business plan, but we want to take people through the evaluation process step by step and not overwhelm them with everything all at once. So this is a little more Motives-centric in that the colors are our branding, and we do talk about being a product brokerage, and we talk about, you know, some of our complementary industries that work together without going into everything all at once. So
take them through the process.
It's part of the process.
UVP,
yeah.
Always something to plug them into.
Yep, event to event. So just to recap our curriculum, we do have 3 full days of training to become a certified beauty advisor. The first class is a Motives brand introduction, product knowledge, and marketing. Notice it says nowhere in their application. So you can breathe a sigh of relief and attend a Motives class and not be expected to apply eyeshadow on somebody, okay? This is more about speaking in themes and getting educated about our division. Every single person should attend one of these classes. Similarly, we have the MA Skin and Personal Care Product Knowledge and Marketing class.
They have a similar structure, and of course we talk about our products, but it's more about how to keep it duplicatable, how to use it in your business with the basic side. And then if you're interested in custom blending, that is a hands-on class for custom blending, so that's the best way to learn. And then we do have workshops, application workshops that you can host on your own. They're on unfranchisedtraining.com. Last thing I want to say is go to motivesacademy.com. We did launch our advanced curriculum, similar to like a Nutrimetrics for our Motives division. It's a B2B approach. We'll be in Vegas the last weekend of September, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, November 11th, 12th, whatever that weekend is. So we hope to see you there. They've been a lot of fun. We're seeing a lot of great results from that. So motivesacademy.com. Thank you.
All right, thanks everybody.